Hello sweet friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Maria. If this happens to be your first time visiting, welcome to Siempre Infinitos DIY. I am so glad you're here today. Today I would like to share with you how I made an ornament cake. Now I'm sure most of you have already seen me post this picture. I just never got around to editing it, and well, here we are. I am also going to be adding all of the items that I used in this video in the description box down below. And as well, if you are not following me just as of yet, I really hope you consider in doing so. This will help my channel grow. Well, with all of that being said, let's begin. So here I have a 4x7 inch, I believe, smooth foam dummy cake, and I am going to be using a foam sheet to cover the side. Now I wish this foam sheet was a little bit larger, but it is not, so that means I'm going to have to use two separate portions to cover it. I'm going to be using glue. Yes, you guys know how I feel about glue, but in this case there's nothing I can do about that because the type of foam sheet that I'm using, well, doesn't have any adhesive, so I have no other choice. Okay, and as well, because I'm using two separate sheets, and then I'm going to try my best to try to make it less obvious that I'm using separate sheets, I am going to be also covering it up with some little bit of decoration, so you'll see it further down in the video. All right, so you can see where both sheets connect. Well, that's where I am going to be adding some little bit of decorations, so it won't look that obvious. It is, of course, up to you if you want to or not, but in this case, you know, I don't want mine to show, so this is what I'm going to be doing. And I added a foam sheet on top and one on the bottom. Now, spoiler alert, guys. I did not realize that I was adding a white foam sheet. I don't know why. And as you can see here, this is why I didn't see why I didn't notice that I was doing that when I started, rolling out, not rolling, but adding what this is going to be mimicking the icing for the cake. I am using not smooth, but I'm sorry, but soft clay. So again, what I like to do is place it on the table and let it air out. So I don't know if you heard me before, mention that, but in case this is your first time, just so you know, I'm a little bit of tips there that I like to do when I'm using soft foam clay. Also, I love to use baby oil. This will help me take the clay out easy than if I would not use anything. And as well, it gives it a little bit of a smoother look to it, or where I don't have to necessarily go in there with my fingers and smooth out the edges. Now, another thing that I have learned about certain cookie cutters, and this is the difference between cookie cutters that are made out of plastic and the others that are made out of metal. The ones that are made out of metal, they have, if you use baby oil, it gives you such a clean cut that you don't have to worry about smoothing out, unlike the plastic cookie cutters. So it's just there for someone who is just a beginner. If you use baby oil, it will be so much easier. So as you can see here, again, at this time, I wasn't realizing that the top of my cake was white and not pink. So I did change it, and you will see a little bit further where I just changed the top into pink. So this is going to be, just mimicking my icing, the dripping. And I did have to use glue, believe it or not. And that I wound up using glue like on the ends of where the drips are at. On the top I didn't have to worry about it, but at the bottom I did. And where you see where each clay connects with the other set, I'm not too worried about that, because I am going to be using something else that's going to cover those, so you won't really be able to see where each clay connects to the other. I do want to apologize for not recording when I added the border. Once I finished the cake, I realized that I missed that. So I did go in there and add it. But I did take a picture of it. Well, not a picture, but a video. But you'll see towards the end. Again, I apologize for not recording when I added the border. So now that I added my icing all the way around, I want to add some white fine glitter, and I get my most of my glitters from Glitter Makes It. And I will also be leaving, actually I do have their link in the description box, just way down below. Just keep scrolling all the way down and you'll see that it's there. And then if you just click on that, and that'll take you directly to their website. So as you can see here, I'm adding glue, and I'm being very careful not to overdo it, you know, because I have had that mistake in the past. And I'm just brushing it down, and then of course I'm going to add a bunch of glitter. I'm using this tray, and that's going to help me from making less of a mess. And then of course whatever glitter you have spilled and not using, you can just pour it back in that bottle, because glitter sometimes does get a little expensive, especially if you buy lots of it like myself. All right, so here I have it all done. Now I'm going to place this to the side. So here is the ornament that I'm going to be placing on top. I did not share with you how I cut the clay and then just rolled it out, added to the ball, but this is pretty much what I did to it. You know, I just kept rolling, and this is a little time consuming, you know, because I'm trying to take all of those marks out. Don't worry, they will eventually disappear. You just want to make sure that you continue rolling it, and try to prevent making any extra marks or any deep marks at that. Letting my clay to dry a bit, I am going to add a cute little design. And here again, I'm sorry, this is not a cute design. This is going to be I guess the handle of the ornament. And all I did is use, again, you know, some soft clay, rolled it out into a big worm, and just made it, you know, as you can see here, the shape. And I'm just going to place this on the side because the clay is extremely soft. I don't worry about adding any glue to it. And then I'm just going to add the little handle that goes on top of it. Now the handle, I did had to add glue, but before I added any glue, which you will see also, I use a toothpick because it kept falling down, which I believe I might be making. No, not just yet. Again, guys, I did record this. I just never got around to edit it right away when everything was freshly in my mind, you know, so do bear with me. Okay, so here I am again adding some baby oil into this. I think this is a fondant mold, and it helps. It really helps if you use baby oil, and it pulls it out. Normally, instead of using my fingers like what I'm doing, I like to use a knife and just go cut it straight. But this time I guess I did not do this. And because the clay is still soft, as you can see, all I did is just wrap it around, and I am going to put it to the side. Now here is where I am going to add the handle, and I did add 2 toothpicks on each side of the handle, and I just stuck that in there. But first I added some glue too, so that would help it from falling, you know, and what have you. Anyway, so now that I have it all done, I am going to add some more glitter. Well, not more, this is actually add some glitter to this, and I'm just going to go a little crazy with the glitter. I did not add any of that design on the bottom because it is going to be laying on top of the cake, and there's really no need to waste clay on something that you're not going to be able to see anyways. This was, like I said, again, a little time consuming when I was rolling out the clay, the blue clay for the ball, and covering it all up. And again, I do apologize for that. So here I'm going to be sticking a skewer stick, you know, all the way down. And this is going to help keep the ball in place, and instead of it rolling off, because again, I don't trust the glue. So I'm just going to push that down. Now, you do want to wait until your clay is soft, it's completely dry before you push this down, but because of video purposes, obviously I did not wait that long, and you are taking a risk of making deeper dents. Here I'm going to be making is a bunch of little light bulbs, and all I did is just roll out a teardrop, and then for the bottom of the light, I did almost like a mushroom shape. You can use the palm of your hand, or you can use a clear block as what I'm doing here, a clear block stamp. And this is extremely easy. So then I grab my tool, and then I went in where, at the end of the light bulb, which is that silver has lines. So I just went ahead and added some lines, trying to make it more look like a light bulb. And I did quite a few of these. Some of them I also did already had in hand, so I didn't have to make so many. I just want to show you how I made one. But yeah, this is extremely easy. And as you can see, all I'm doing is just holding it and rolling this the ball or the light bulb, and then there you are. This is so cute, adorable. I love it. And of course, there's no way that I'm not gonna add any glitter to it. Again, I love my glitter. And now I'm going to show you how I made the cord. So I just rolled out a big long worm, making it as thin as I possibly could. Then I made loops in it. Now again, I added the icing, and where each icing touched the other, this cord is going to help me cover that up. So this is why I made loops as well, and you'll see it towards the end. So now that I have my cord, now I'm just going to go right ahead and make the plug. Well, the way I made the plug was I just made a little square, and then I added, I guess you call it the teeth of the plug, I don't know. But so yeah, I just added the little plugs. Again, I don't know what it's called, but I added some pink in there so you could see a little difference, because otherwise it would have been all white. So I just thought the color pink would have been a little cuter. I do want to go off subject to welcome all of my new subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel, and as well to remind you that I have a Facebook page. It is public, and it is Maria's Fake Bake. I will be leaving a link to my Facebook page in the description box down below. And here is the result. As you can see, where the plugs go down, that's where my icing connect to each other. So if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to share. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, I really hope you consider subscribing. It really will help my channel grow. And with all of that, my friend, thank you so much for stopping by. And until the next time, stay safe, be kind. Bye.